So guys, I'll be analyzing CHFJPY and I will show you what a supply to demand flip is all about. So basically a supply to demand flip is when demand takes over from supply, meaning supply has failed and demand has taken over. But first of all you have to do is I first of all check the trend. Yeah, I can see that the trend is bearish, and so that's where I pull out this trend line, and you can see that it has been going down. I don't do trend line. I'm just showing you that the trend is down. Previously it has been going down, which means that supply has been in control. So if you look at it very well, you see that supply zones have been the market has been respecting supply zone. So if I draw from that particular angle now, you see that that's the supply zone and it was respected. So that's like a chain, so we'll call it a supply chain. So I'll go ahead and draw all the supply zones I can actually see, so you see what the chain looks like. So it's like supply just taking over, like they're just being respected, supply after supply, supply after supply, market moving from one supply zone to the other. And so that is basically what you notice in a downtrend. So the reason why you have to know this is so if you actually know what the chain is, you can actually know when there's a flip. The market is not always going to move one side. The market is going to offer buying and also offer selling. So the market has been selling for a very long time now on the 1 hour time frame, and you can see the supply chain. So you can see how those three supply zones has been respected. So I want to draw okay, so you see the last one. Okay, that's the breakup structure I'm actually drawing there. So I'm actually showing you something. So I'm pulling out my rectangle and I'm drawing this last supply. This last supply zone has actually been broken. So if you noticed, so I'm zooming in so you can see it very clearly. You can see the supply zone. You see that when the market came there, it wasn't respected. It was actually invalidated. So you see that. So that's what we call a flip. So to expatiate more on this concept, I'm going to draw the pattern, this flip pattern. So you can see that this has been in a downtrend. You can see me drawing the lines. Supply has been respecting, and then you notice that there will be a break from the supply zone. So which means the supply zone is no longer valid again. That's a flip. So you can see the zones have been respected. But one thing that sure happens when the last supply zone is going to be breaking is that there will be some reaction first before the break. So to be like the market was going to respect the supply zone, and many people will think that okay, it's going to work, but later on what you're going to notice is that there will now be a break from the supply zone. So if you look, we'll draw the demand zone. This is the last demand. This is the last demand zone that actually gave the momentum to the break of that supply zone. So when the market comes back to it, we're hoping to take a buy there. Okay guys, so let me show you in live market. So this is a live market. It has not yet happened yet, but I'm just showing you what will kind of happen potentially in this market. So if I zoom in, so I'm trying to get my rectangle too. So you can see the market is trying to, it did as if it was going to respect the supply zone, but actually broke the zone, and so it will come back to that demand. That's the last demand actually broke the zone. So it is that demand we're going to mark out. So that's a flip. So this flip is very effective. So if I should look to the 4 hours time frame now, I'm just trying to check. So you can see that you can see that the supply zone too is also showing in the 4 hour time frame, and it has been broken. So I'm coming back to the 1 hour time frame now. So you can see the imbalance. You can see there's an imbalance, which means the zone is actually a valid zone. So I'm going to draw out the demand zone now. So demand has actually gotten control and taken over from the supply zone. So I'm just drawing it out. So that's basically the flip. So I've gotten my demand zone. So if the market should test the demand zone, where is it going to go to? Well, it's going to go to the next supply zone. So I just checked left and I saw there has been a supply zone that has not been tested yet, or that has not been mitigated. So potentially maybe the market is still in a downtrend, but is just trying to liquidate all those supply zones and just test the supply zone that has not been mitigated. So if you know about liquidity concept, well, I'll make a new video on liquidity concept. So you can see maybe the market can actually come down, test the demand zone before going up to test that supply zone that has not been mitigated, which means there are still pending orders in that zone. So I can just, what I'll do now is just to put my order in the demand zone, so the market can come to the demand zone and test the supply zone. So I can use the unmitigated supply zone as a take profit target, or I can just, or the market can actually test the supply, come down, test the demand, and then invalidate the supply zone. Either way, so it's just based on logic, it's just based on market moving from one supply zone to another. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to refine my demand zone, because the peep was about 25 pips, and I don't want a 25 pips stop loss, so I had to refine the zone so I can actually get a tighter stop loss. So this is about 15 pips stop loss. Yeah, that's good like that. So this is just of what a supply demand zone flip is. The market's breaking one supply zone and respecting the demand zone actually led to the break of the supply zone. And the market can come test the supply zone, come down, break the demand, or come and respect the demand and then break the supply. So what you can actually do, you can actually set an order in the supply, set an order in the demand. You can catch the two move. Well, anyhow, if you don't know what the market can just do whatever it wants to do, but this is just a strategy and this has been working. So this is how I analyze flips. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, kindly follow me for more content like this. Thank you very much.